All right, so I like to start my leg days with a compound movement. That means that it hits multiple muscles at the same time. This right here is a machine leg press, and this is going to target the quads mostly. One thing that I like about the leg press is that if you move your feet further down, it's going to put more emphasis on the quads, but if you move them further up, then it'll put more emphasis on the glutes. So you can target whatever muscle you're working on improving, which I think is great. For this, I like to stay in the 6 to 8 rep range, and I do 3 sets. That's going to be a common theme throughout this workout. And if your gym doesn't have this, you can do a standard squat, a goblet squat, or a hack squat. These are all going to do pretty much the same thing. So next, I did these seated leg curls. They're going to target the hamstrings. And you can see at the start of the video there, I was pushing down that pad a lot. Machines like this that have a ton of adjustable parts. This has an adjustable seat, an adjustable pad on the top of your legs, and an adjustable pad on the back. Really, you just have to kind of fiddle around with it until you find a setting that's comfortable for you. For me, this is what worked. I like to get that top pad as tight as I can just to make sure that I'm as stable as possible. If your gym doesn't have one of these, you can do a lying leg curl or a Romanian deadlift. Next, I moved on to this hip adductor. This is going to target the inner thigh. And unfortunately, there aren't a ton of great alternatives to this. If you're really focused on building your inner thighs and your gym doesn't have one of these machines, then I'd recommend just maybe doing one more compound movement, like adding a squat in addition to a leg press. Next, I hit my calves with this calf raise. Studies show that the bottom half of the rep is actually more important than the top. So you can see I started out doing full reps, and then once I got more fatigued and I could only do the bottom, I was okay sticking to that. And I like to do a little bit more than 6 to 8 reps on this, so I'll often get up to 9 or 10. But that's up to preference. And if your gym doesn't have one of these, you can do the same thing with dumbbells. And then finally, I finished it off with some leg extensions. I had a random guy filming me, and he kept on zooming in on me, so I'm sorry if the footage isn't as good for this clip, but this is going to target the quads, just end it off with one last bang. I like to get the seat as far back as I can just to make sure that I'm in as deep of a stretch as possible in the bottom half of that movement. Again, I'm sorry you're seeing my face in such close detail right now. And a Bulgarian split squat is a good alternative if your gym doesn't have one of these. So yeah, that was my leg day, and I hope that you guys enjoyed, maybe learned something. If you have any questions, let us know in the comments, and we'll be happy to answer. Thank you.